director in DG GROW at the European Commission since the end of 2016 on a directorate in charge of the free movement of goods and enforcement. And one of the big issues I have in my directorate, I have a unit on standardization. And so for the last 17, 18, 19, well, nearly 4 years, the first is to make the single market work, in the sense that I think the principle of the removal of national standards by the creation of European harmonized standards in implementation of European legislation and the presumption of conformity that goes with it are a bedrock, a founding stone of the European single market. I think that there's a functional make the single market aspect work, which is essential. Secondly, standardization is important for addressing the great societal issues of the time. Right now, those are greening, digitalization, and a greater resilience of the European economy. And standardization plays a key role in achieving any of these policy objectives. Third and not least, geopolitically worldwide, standardization is extremely important as a way of projecting Europe's power in the world, economic power in the world. There has to be a greater strengthening of the partnership. There has to be less of a conflictive relationship between the Commission, the private sector and the ESOs. There has to be a stronger feeling that we're all in this together. You've got your interests, we've got our policy goals, and we have to find a way of matching them. So I think that this is something that is still to be done. I think that European industry and the European Commission need to be seen as a team together to further Europe's economy, Europe's industry, and Europe's goals. I think that this implies that we need to understand what your market and commercial interests are, and you need to understand better what our policy goals are. And we need to find a deal that enables us to match these two. Secondly, we have a process challenge. We need to be swifter and faster, but so do you, in the sense that standards take a lot of time to be developed. We all agree that standards are very important, but they take a lot of time to be developed. We take a lot of time to ask you to do standards. You take a lot of time to do standards, and we take a lot of time to assess your standards. And that's why my Director-General has given the challenge to you and to others to let's all sit together and create a task force to see how could we develop standards in 1 year. Thirdly, the challenge is geopolitical too. We need to see on the international level how to carefully project our power, the power of our industry, to further our trade, commercial and political goals. I think we need stronger cooperation structures between the policy level and the commercial standardization world. I think we need better organization to achieve standards, to identify which are the standards which are politically and economically important and get them done quickly. And we need to see what can we do at international level to further Europe's goals. Europe has important cards to play in the international level. We have to defend our position there, which does not mean that we can take it all. Of course, we have to give some space to our trading partners. We want to trade with them, but we have to be vigilant about keeping positions which are of importance for the future of the EU. I would encourage all the bright engineers and technicians that are being developed by our great universities to think about standardization as an important and interesting career to further their professional goals. These technicians in our technical committees throughout ISO, IEC, even within the CCMC context, CEN and CENELEC, they often are playing a pivotal role in furthering the economic and political interests of Europe, without often many people knowing that they're doing that. And I think that, therefore, I would encourage all young people that hear me to think about standardization as a challenging, enriching career for their future lives.